Is the American dream packing its bags and heading south? For years, we've heard the narrative that coastal elites and blue state capitals are the permanent engines of American prosperity, but the data is finally in, and it tells a much different, more uncomfortable story. A massive corporate exodus is underway, and it is fundamentally reshaping the map of the United States as we know it. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss our deep dives into the stories that matter. Let's look at the facts. According to a major new report from the real estate giant CBRE, between 2018 and 2025, 725 companies pulled the plug on their headquarters in high-tax, heavily regulated states and moved to greener pastures. This isn't a trickle, it's a flood. And where are they going? They are flocking to states like Texas and Florida, where the business climate is defined by lower costs, lighter regulations, and a clear path to growth. Think about the sheer scale of this move. Dallas-Fort Worth alone snagged 111 headquarters in that 7-year period. Austin and Houston are adding hundreds more. When you combine those Texas markets, they are outpacing entire states in their ability to attract the lifeblood of our economy. Meanwhile, in Florida, cities like Miami are becoming the new tech and finance hubs, welcoming companies that are fleeing the high cost of living and the stifling regulations of the West Coast. But look at the other side of that coin. California is feeling the burn. The San Francisco Bay Area recorded a net loss of 163 headquarters. When these companies fill out their exit surveys, they aren't being vague. They are citing high taxes, crushing labor regulations, and an impossible cost of living as the reasons they are walking away. In New York, the story is similar. Despite being the nation's largest corporate hub, the city is seeing a steady stream of departures. Even voices as influential as Citadel's Ken Griffin have sounded the alarm, warning that anti-business policies and rising costs are driving the talent and the capital to the exits. What does this actually mean for us? It means the political debate over taxes and regulation is no longer an abstract talking point. It is a deciding factor for where businesses invest, where high-paying jobs are created, and where the next decade of American growth will happen. When a company moves, it takes more than just desks and printers. It takes tax revenue that funds schools, police, and infrastructure. When that capital flees, the remaining residents are often left to pick up the tab, leading to an even more difficult economic environment. We are seeing a clear divide. On one hand, you have blue state politicians pushing aggressive, progressive tax schemes, and on the other, you have a corporate sector that is essentially voting with its feet. The question now is whether legacy powerhouses like New York and Chicago can pivot, or if they are destined to continue losing ground to the new, aggressive, and pro-growth red states. The political implications for the next election cycle are going to be massive. If you're a voter in a state that is losing its corporate base, you're looking at fewer jobs and a smaller tax base. If you're in a state like Texas or Florida, you're watching your local economy explode with new investment. This trend is accelerating, with 2025 already showing even higher departure rates than previous years. Companies are now putting growth opportunity at the top of their priority list, and they aren't finding that in the old, entrenched hubs. This isn't just about economics, it's about the future direction of this country. If states don't change their approach to business, they risk becoming historical footnotes while the rest of the country moves forward. The corporate exodus is a sign a la massive, loud signal that the market is tired of being told where to go. So, what do you think about this? Is this corporate flight a sign of a failing policy model in deep blue states, or are these companies simply chasing lower taxes at the expense of social progress? Should states fight to keep them, or is this just the natural evolution of a competitive economy? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The map of America is changing, and the stakes could not be higher for your wallet and your community. Stay informed, stay critical, and keep watching as we continue to track this shift that will define the next decade of American politics.